I've got Addison Rae hanging with me, and I've got to say, we are a little bit more connected than you might think, Addison, because I used to have an apartment on Ambassador Caffery.
No way. What? No way.
So I want to say what's up to my fellow Laffy Taffy homie
Yes.
in the building right here. Lafayette, Louisiana, put it on the map. How you been, girl?
I've been amazing. I mean, life is coming at me so fast and I'm loving it. So I've
I
been
was
great.
going to ask you that. It's been such an amazing burst onto the scene, but you've taken it all in stride and you've been able to really embrace it all. So let's kind of start. Well, we're not going to go back in the days of Ambassador Caffrey and Lafayette, Louisiana, but the past 2 years have been really amazing for you. Gosh, what has it been? If you can sum it up, what has it been like for you in your heart?
I mean, the best way I can describe it is a literal dream come true. Since I was a little girl, I've dreamt of this. I had Hannah Montana dolls. I watched Hannah Montana. I went to Hannah Montana concerts. I went to Cheetah Girls concerts. Justin Bieber was someone that I loved. And I think songs and music and writing and things like that have been such a big part of my life. And being able to, finally put that out into the world has been incredible. And, along with many other things. I see you have the Katy Perry picture back there.
Katy Perry. That's
yeah,
my girl.
I sing a Katy song in my new movie that I just did too, which I'm probably not supposed to say, but
I'm gonna say don't let too much out. We got to keep some secrets. All right, Addison, we got to keep some secrets.
I know.
I want to talk about that excitement and how it must feel to, as you said, watch these dreams come true. I mean, you decided to dive headfirst into music now and creating in a pandemic. How challenging has that been, and are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than ready for this challenge. I think, it's an entire new world and a side of me that people have never gotten to see before. But honestly, with the pandemic, with Zoom being so popular too, I did a lot of Zoom sessions, which was really interesting because that's something that no one, in the music industry has really experienced before now. It wasn't really a thing ever. So I think doing that, gave me a chance to really focus on the basics and learning every single step along the way. And I think that has been the most important part to me, in this journey so far, is that everything I'm doing, I'm writing on and really being involved in.
What's cool about that is it is somewhat of an even playing field. As you said, this is such a new thing for everyone. So even for the Katy Perrys and the Taylors and and the amazing artists and the Biebers who you look up to, you're entering the game with such an, even playing field that, I mean, to watch you succeed in all this, and I'm sure you're going to hear this a ton, literally obsessed. I mean, it's like for real. It's a song that it grabs a hold of you from the very beginning. So, to see this baby be born.
I know.
How proud are you?
I'm so proud. I'm just so proud of myself, and I'm proud and happy for the girl that was back home in Louisiana, growing up, watching these people do these incredible things, and performing has always been a huge part of my life. So now just being able to really, hone in on that side of me and really put it out into the world and feel so amazing about it. I mean, I love this song so much. And the second we did it, I mean, there was plenty songs before, that we worked on that were just kind of you didn't really know. It was hard to find myself in the music. So the process. But then when Obsessed came about, I mean, it was so easy to know that was just the one that I wanted to put out first.
What I loved about this song was the idea of it being such a self-empowering record. I mean, you're literally talking about being obsessed with yourself, but that's what I took away with it. And that's what I'm really hoping and looking forward to fans to take away from it. But what would you happen to say to those people who might listen to the lyrics and take it, she is talking about herself and being braggy. Like, how would you, really kind of take that and let them know, wait, hold on. Let me break it down for you.
Yeah. I thought that too. Some people can look at this maybe in more of a vain light, which is not what is intentioned to be at all. It's
not at all.
If you really listen to the lyrics, I think it explains itself. If one of the lyrics is, if I lost you, I'd still have me, I can't lose. And I think that's a really important thing for people to remember. You are the only person that's going to be able to love you the way you want to be loved. Exactly. Yes. I mean, you're the only person you're stuck with literally forever, And so I think, I want everyone to listen to the song and really be like, I want to get there one day. And I say the same thing to myself. Am I saying that I'm obsessed with myself in the song? Yes. Do I mean that always? Absolutely not. There are hard days. There are days when I'm like, want to change the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I sound, anything like that. But at the end of the day, I have to remind myself, I'm with me, and I cannot, like, this is who I am. So I think embracing that is so important.
I can't wait till we can like hang in real life so I can give you a big ass hug, because that to hear you say it means so much. And I want to segue into how important it is for you to be open about your journey and finding yourself and dealing with speaking and talking about mental health, and how important that is for you to be a role model and to know that you're also going through some of those things as well, like many of us are.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't always been so easy. And I think that's something that I want to make kind of a point, is because I think people will sometimes hear people speak about mental health and be like, oh, they say that they probably always had great mental health, everything like that. But I think with social media and the fact that it kind of gives everyone their own voice, now, yes. I kind of wanted to use that now, especially within, the pandemic and things like that. I mean, people's mental health was, looking really bad. And I mean, I can say that for myself too. It just wasn't where I thought it would be. And, social media plays a big part in that, kind of just reading negativity or being around negativity.
But you're dealing with it, and you're doing such an amazing job at, reminding yourself how important it is to not let that stuff become, who you are, to really remember that what I'm reading isn't who I am. I know who I am. And it's a journey that we all have to get, towards. And it's super cool that you're working towards that.
Thank you. Yeah. And I mean, what you just said is exactly what I remind myself very often. It's like, people perceive me only as the person that is in their eyes, their perception. They see that everyone has a different perception of who people are. And I have to remember at the end of the day that some people don't know things about me. People haven't known me since I was a little girl, and they don't know my, heart, and they don't know my personality.
And they don't know that you hit that drive-through of the Whataburger right there on Ambassador Cafe.
Right? Once in a while. They don't know that I went to Whataburger at 2 a.m. to get a honey butter chicken biscuit.
Yes. But those are the things, that's who you are. And it's so cool that you're allowing us into your world through music, through all that you're doing on social media, through TikTok, through the item, through the beauty line. I mean, you're really opening up your heart and allowing us all in. So thank you for making sure you take the times to make sure that you're strong, while we all look up to you and look for you to be, at some points in times, our guiding light. So that's super dope of you, dude. Seriously.
Thank you, Maxwell. I want to hug you too now.
It's going to happen. I promise. Now, I got a couple of more before I get out of here. I've got to talk about what it was like to be on the scene, or on the set, of She's All That. I mean, just knowing what that means to the world. Yeah, dude, that's a big deal. And how fun was it for you to challenge yourself in the acting world?
I mean, it was incredible. The entire experience was insane, with it being kind of almost a flip, but a reverse role. So, I mean, for me to be, Freddie Prinze Jr. of the movie was just such a cool feeling, because I was like, wow, this is such an iconic movie. This is a movie that people really know and love. So I was honored to be a part of it. And I think that also came with a lot of pressure too. I think I definitely was like, this is a lot to hold up on, but I think I prepared myself as much as I could, and I really put my all into it, just like I do with, everything else that I'm so passionate about, and made sure that it was the best I could make it. And I mean, it was incredible stepping into that world. So
and as you said, and there was a quote I think that you said in, I want to say Glamour UK, where you said comparison. Wait, I wrote it down. Comparison is the thief of joy. So for you to try to compare yourself to anybody else, dude, that's just gonna ruin the whole experience. So
exactly.
That's one of those tattooable things that I might have to get right here.
100%. I mean, that quote is incredible. I have said that for so many years. I think I first had seen that quote when I was in middle school, and I remember that stuck with me since then, because I was like, wow, nothing is more true than this. I mean, the second you start comparing yourself to someone you are not, and you never will be, it is the thief of all joy, because you will never ever be someone else. You are always going to be who you are. And I think that's why, back to the point, you should always love you first, because
be obsessed with yourself.
Obsessed with yourself. Yes.
I love it. One last question. Addison Rae, you're on the world famous Z100, and I ask all my famous friends just one final question, but I just need you to keep it all the way 100 with me. Keep it real. All right. And we tap danced on the idea. Lafayette, Louisiana. I lived there. I worked there for quite some time. I need to know, Addison, keep it 100. Have you ever tried to use a fake ID to sneak into Nighttown?
No, I have not used a fake ID. I honestly have never tried to use a fake ID, but you would know that, I mean, usually places there, it's 18 plus anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Never, I didn't have to use one because when I was at LSU for a little bit, and
right down the road in Baton Rouge. But yeah, okay, just making sure. I didn't know if I have to call my dude Bobby Novosad and be like, "Yo, Bobby, why didn't you let my girl in?"
Yep.
No, I gotta say this has been like the coolest. It felt like this was a friendship that was supposed to start, and I'm so again obsessed with the record. There's so much power in all the lyrics. The beat is. It's knocking, and to know that it's coming from someone.
I was so lucky to have, Benny and Blake jump on that and help with the track. It was incredible. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. I love every part of the song.
You marked it, dude. Congratulations on another venture. And I'm going to tell you, I'm holding off on that hug until you get here in real life in New York City. I got one waiting for you, okay?
Yes, let's go. I'll be there soon.
Gang, gang, gang. All right, Addison, you take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, love.
Thank you, Maxwell. You
You're
too.
welcome. Bye.